Now, this book is a book, and it would take time and energy for you to read it or listen to it. So why would you? Why would you read or listen to this? Well, it covers a lot of topics very quickly. So if you want to understand anti-statist arguments, maybe get that out of the way is one of the political philosophies that you need to at least understand. You want to understand it quickly without having to read 10 different books, well, this would be a good way to do it. Obviously, you would know more if you read 10 different books, but if you're going to read one book on the topic of anti-statism and you don't want that book to be very long, then it may be worth it to read this book. And I confess to placing the state as an extortion racket before this section, and that's because I want people to know the state is an extortion racket before anything else. But as for the rest, you don't need to read every section or listen to every section. You can read, and then if you get bored, just move on to the next section. And I'm no fool. I know what it takes to change your mind, which is to say I know I can't change your mind. I just ask that you understand what I'm saying and try to put my ideas in your mind. Once you do that, you can then dismiss them with certainty, now that you understand them, or you can accept them, or perhaps take on some ideas but not others, as is the case with most ideologies. I've been able to put communism into my mind, along with the mainline Republican/Democrat interventionist statism, which I view as almost identical, direct democracy, theocracy, and racial separatism. And yet I don't hold any of those positions. In fact, understanding a position without holding it can inoculate you from it completely and make you capable of arguing against it all the better. But I decided to put what I wrote at the end of this book at the beginning so you can see the destination that I'm trying to get to. A stateless society will have more aggregate income equality than the current state of affairs in the United States. A stateless society will have more power equality above and beyond the income equality. The state acts as a force multiplication mechanism for the rich, which is used to raise barriers to entry and increase income inequality, but also shovels your money into their pet ventures. A stateless society will have a higher aggregate standard of living. A stateless society will have a higher absolute standard of living for the bottom 1% and 10%, which includes access to medical and educational services. A stateless society will have less violent crime and less war. Not no violent crime and not no war, but less, because it will be systematically disincentivized. A stateless society will have more freedom across the board. Problems with discourse today is that everyone accepts trade-offs of what we value and makes the case for one or the other. I'm saying that a total free market will not involve any aggregate trade-offs in what we value, and that there are no grounds on which you can support the current situation over my proposition. And the current situation is a mix of the Republican or Democrat Party.